The morning comes like warfare. Your phone erupts with notifications before your eyes fully open. Messages demand answers. Social media feeds scroll past lives that seem better than yours. Someone said something cutting yesterday, and the words still burn in your chest. Your job feels meaningless. Your ambitions mock you from a distance. Betrayal lingers like smoke in your relationships. The world moves fast, loud, relentless, and somewhere in the chaos, you feel yourself crumbling. This is the battlefield of modern existence, and most people fight it with bare hands and an exposed heart. They let every insult pierce them. Every failure crushes them. Every opinion reshapes them. They are fortresses with open gates, and the world floods in, destroying everything they tried to build within themselves. But there is another way, an ancient way. A way practiced by emperors and slaves alike, by warriors and philosophers, by those who understood that the greatest battle is not fought in the world, but within the walls of your own mind. The Stoics called it the Inner Citadel. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the known world, ruling an empire that stretched across continents, wrote about it in his private journals, not as poetry, but as survival. He understood something most people never grasped, that no matter how much power you accumulate, how much wealth you gather, how many people praise your name, you remain vulnerable until you build something unshakable within yourself. This inner citadel is not made of stone or steel. It cannot be seen or touched. It exists in the depths of your consciousness. In that sacred space where your reason lives, where your will resides, where your soul remains untouched by the chaos of fortune, pain, and the endless opinions of others. To the Stoic, strength is not about dominating others or conquering lands, or proving your worth to a world that will forget your name the moment you're gone. Real strength is defending this inner space from corruption, from fear, from the noise that seeks to invade and destroy your peace. It is about building walls so strong that no insult can breach them, foundations so deep that no betrayal can shake them, and gates so secure that no distraction can slip through uninvited. This is what separates the Stoic from everyone else. While others crumble under pressure, he stands calm in the storm. While others rage against what they cannot control, he focuses on what he can. While others live as victims of circumstance, becomes the architect of his own unshakable mind. Picture a man standing in the ruins of everything he built. His business has collapsed. His reputation lies shattered by lies he cannot undo. People he trusted turned their backs. The future he imagined dissolved into nothing. Around him, the world sees failure, humiliation, a cautionary tale. But if you could see into his mind, into that invisible fortress he spent years constructing, you would see something extraordinary. You would see calm. Not the calm of ignorance or denial, but the calm of someone who knows that external circumstances, no matter how devastating, cannot touch the one thing that truly matters: his reasoned, disciplined, unshakable soul. This is the power Marcus Aurelius practiced every single night. When the pressures of empire became unbearable, when betrayal came from those closest to him, when illness ravaged his body and war threatened his borders, he did not seek escape in wine, or distraction, or blame. He retreated within himself. He withdrew into his inner citadel, where no emperor, no enemy, no force of nature could follow. There, in that sacred internal space, he found peace not because the world changed, but because he had fortified himself against its storms. The inner citadel is not built in a day. It is not purchased or inherited. It is constructed brick by brick, through discipline, through self-awareness, through the daily practice of emotional mastery. Every time someone insults you and you choose not to react with rage, you lay another brick of patience. Every time you fail and choose to extract wisdom instead of drowning in self-pity, you mix the mortar that holds your walls together. Every time you restrain yourself from impulse, from revenge, from the easy comfort of blame and victimhood, you build another wall against the chaos that seeks to consume you. Over years, over decades, these small acts of inner discipline transform you. You become something the world cannot break. Not because life became easier or kinder or more fair, but because you fortified yourself from the inside out. You became your own sanctuary, your own source of strength, your own ultimate defense against a world that will always test you. Marcus Aurelius wrote words that echo across 2,000 years. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. These are not just poetic musings from an ancient text. This is a battle plan. This is the core strategy of psychological warfare against a world designed to destabilize you. The Stoic trains himself daily, not in gyms or battlefields, but in the arena of his own consciousness. He learns to focus exclusively on what lies within his control, his thoughts, his judgments, his choices, his responses. Everything else, no matter how important it seems, no matter how desperately he wants to control it, exists outside his fortress walls. Other people's opinions, other people's actions, the economy, the weather, luck, fate, death itself, these are not his concern. Not because he doesn't care, but because he understands that caring about what you cannot control is the fastest way to destroy your own peace. The inner citadel has layers, like any true fortress. The first layer is perception, the way you see the world. Most people live enslaved to their immediate emotional reactions. Someone criticizes them, and they feel wounded. Someone succeeds, and they feel jealous. Something breaks, and they feel victimized. But the Stoic trains himself to see things as they actually are, stripped of the emotional distortion that clouds judgment. An insult is just words shaped by air, carrying only the power you grant them. A failure is just information about what didn't work, an opportunity to adjust and improve. A loss is just change, the natural movement of a universe that owes you nothing. By controlling perception, by refusing to let emotion hijack truth, the Stoic builds his first line of defense. He sees clearly, thinks rationally, and cannot be manipulated by fear or desire into seeing threats where none exist or opportunities where only traps await. The second layer is action, the way you respond to what you perceive. Even if you see the world clearly, your inner citadel means nothing if you act without virtue, without principle, without control. The Stoic does not react impulsively to provocation. He does not lash out in anger, or cower in fear, or chase pleasure without thought. Every action is deliberate, aligned with his values, guided by reason rather than emotion. When insulted, he responds with calm or silence. When betrayed, he withdraws without drama or revenge. When tempted, he considers consequences before indulging. This discipline of action transforms him into someone others cannot predict, cannot manipulate, cannot control. His responses are not dictated by their provocations, but by his own internal code. He becomes sovereign over his own behavior, and in that sovereignty, he finds a freedom most people never experience. The third and deepest layer is will, the acceptance of what you cannot change. This is perhaps the hardest battle, because the human heart rebels against acceptance. We want to control outcomes. We want the world to bend to our desires. We want people to change, situations to improve, justice to prevail. But the Stoic understands that wanting things to be different than they are is the source of most human suffering. So he trains his will, day after day, to accept reality with grace and courage. Not resignation, not defeat, not passive surrender, but active acceptance. He acknowledges what is, faces it directly, and then asks, given this reality, what can I control? What action can I take? How can I respond with virtue? This practice transforms tragedy into teacher, loss into liberation, and suffering into strength. Nothing can truly harm someone who has mastered their will, because harm requires the belief that things should be other than they are. Modern men walk through life with minds like open fortresses. Anyone can enter. Any opinion can reshape them. Any criticism can wound them. Any comparison can diminish them. They are invaded constantly by gossip, by fear, by the endless noise of a world designed to distract and destabilize. Social media armies storm their walls with envy and outrage. News cycles lay siege with anxiety and helplessness. Relationships breach their defenses with drama and manipulation. They have no gates, no guards, no discipline at the boundaries of their consciousness. Everything gets in, and peace never has a chance. But the Stoic is different. He closes the gates. He stations discipline at every entrance to his mind. He decides what gets in and what stays out. Flattery cannot seduce him because he does not need external validation. Insults cannot wound him because he does not grant others the power to define his worth. Drama cannot consume him because he simply refuses to participate. His peace is not fragile or dependent on circumstances. It is earned through daily practice, through constant vigilance, through the unwavering commitment to guard his inner space against all invaders. Imagine a figure sitting in meditation as a storm rages around him. Lightning strikes nearby, thunder shakes the ground, wind howls with violent force, but he remains still, breathing steady, mind clear. This is not escape. This is not avoidance. This is power. The storm cannot touch what lives within him. The chaos cannot invade the fortress he spent years building. He is not numb or disconnected. He feels everything, perceives everything, understands everything. But he is not controlled by anything external. He has become impenetrable to the forces that destroy most people. Imagine a warrior polishing his armor, but the armor is not for battle outside. It is for the battle within. Every day he sharpens his mind with reading and reflection. Every day he strengthens his discipline with practice and restraint. Every day he reinforces his values through conscious choice and deliberate action. The real battle is not against enemies you can see. It is against the weakness within yourself, the temptation to react without thinking, the desire to control what you cannot, the fear of accepting what you must. The inner citadel is not a place of escape from life. It is not retreat into isolation or disconnection. It is the opposite. It is the source of true engagement with reality. When you know your peace cannot be stolen, you can walk into any situation with serenity. When you know your worth is not determined by others, you can face any criticism without defense or collapse. When you know you can endure anything, you can attempt anything. The Stoic does not avoid suffering. He meets it directly, without fear, because he knows suffering cannot destroy what he has built within himself. He does not avoid betrayal. He recognizes it clearly, learns from it deeply, and moves forward without bitterness, poisoning his soul. He does not run from failure. He extracts every lesson, adjusts his approach, and tries again with the calm confidence of someone who knows that no external outcome can diminish his internal strength. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the universe is change. Life is opinion. Everything outside you is in constant flux. People change their minds, fortunes reverse, empires crumble, beauty fades, health fails, relationships end. If you build your peace on any of these shifting foundations, you will live in constant anxiety, always one change away from collapse. But if you build your peace within your own mind on the foundation of your own virtue and reason, nothing can shake you. You can lose your money, but remain wealthy in character. You can lose your reputation, but keep your integrity intact. You can lose people you love, but hold on to the love you cultivated in your own heart. The world can take everything external, but it cannot touch your inner citadel unless you open the gates and invite destruction in. No one can truly harm a person who governs his own mind. This is not positive thinking or self-deception. This is the deepest truth of human existence. Real harm is not what happens to your body or your possessions or your social standing. Real harm is the corruption of your soul, the betrayal of your values, the surrender of your reason to passion and fear, and only you can allow that. Only you can choose to react with vice instead of virtue. Only you can choose to let external events destroy your internal peace. The Stoic understands that he is always, in every moment, choosing his response, and in that power of choice lies his ultimate freedom. You can imprison his body, but not his mind. You can insult his name, but not his character. You can take his possessions, but not his self-respect, because these things live within the citadel, and only he controls the gates. The world will test you, not once, not occasionally, but constantly. It will try to break through your walls with pain that feels unbearable. with losses that seem devastating, with lies that feel like truth. It will send betrayal from those you trusted most. It will offer temptations disguised as opportunities. It will present provocations designed to make you react, to make you lose control, to make you abandon the fortress you built and run wild in the chaos outside. And if you are not vigilant, if you have not practiced, if you have not built strong walls and stationed discipline at every gate, you will fall. But if you have done the work, if you have trained your perception to see clearly, your actions to align with virtue, and your will to accept what you cannot change, then no storm can topple you. You will stand in the center of chaos with profound calm, not because you are cold or unfeeling, but because you understand something most people never learn. You are not the storm, you are the fortress within it. Guard your mind like the sacred space it is. Strengthen your soul through daily practice and unwavering discipline. Build walls of patience brick by brick. Forge gates of wisdom through experience and reflection. Station reason at every entrance, and let no fear, no anger, no desire enter unless it serves your highest self. When others crumble under pressure, you will stand. When others rage against unchangeable circumstances, you will act on what you control. When others live as victims of the world, you will live as the sovereign of your own consciousness. And when the dust settles, when the storms pass, when the tests end and silence returns, your inner citadel will still stand, untouched by the chaos that consumed others, eternal in its foundation of virtue and reason, unshakable in its commitment to the only thing you ever truly controlled, your own mind. This is the way of the Stoic. This is the path to unbreakable strength. Build your citadel, guard it well, and nothing in this world can ever truly defeat you.